Hi, Cypress students. You're going to be taking your AP exam soon for this current school year. You should have received an email with a ton of information in it, like the exam that you're going to be taking, the location of the exam, your seat number, and a link to this slideshow presentation. Please make sure that you look through all of the slides and that you have the information before you test. On the slideshow, there is a hyperlink. You can click on the image or you can click on the actual title itself, but it has the list of all of the AP exams, the schedule for it, and the times. You might notice that the report time in your email is actually an hour earlier than the exam time. Please make sure that you are an hour early to make sure that you can solve any logistical issues beforehand. Some of the exams, like AP 2D Art and Design, and AP Drawing and others have a 5 p.m. deadline, if you might notice from this table. The reason for that is those are not an actual exam. So please make sure that you are familiar with the actual exam and how it's administered. A lot of your exams are administered through Blue Book. Actually, almost every exam is through Blue Book. You will need a Chromebook in order to access Blue Book. You are not allowed to use a personal device to test for the AP exam. If you have a Chromebook checked out to you, you are able to bring that Chromebook. It already has Blue Book installed. It's your job to make sure that you know how to access Blue Book before the actual exam itself. For tech support, please send an email to cyp_tst@auhsd.us. In order to access Blue Book, don't log into your Chromebook. At the bottom left, you're going to click on Apps, and then there's a Blue Book button there. If you do not have a Chromebook checked out to you, on the day of, what you're going to do is grab a Chromebook from the ones that we have inside the Media Center or at your testing location. You'll have Chromebooks there, but please note that that's only for students that do not have a Chromebook checked out to them. The priority for those spare Chromebooks are for those who never checked one out and use a personal device for regular schooling. Regardless, even if you don't have a Chromebook, please make sure that you are familiar with how to get to Blue Book. Every single exam, like I shared earlier, has their own unique format. Some of them have a mix of multiple choice, free response, essay, audio recordings. Others are full pen and paper. I think there's one exam that's full pen and paper. There are some that are portfolio submission, and there are some that are hybrid. There are also this year a lot more fully digital exams. In order to familiarize yourself, please make sure that you know the format of the exam. It will help you test better, knowing what to expect. Be familiar with the structure of it. Multiple choice, free response, essays, so that you can anticipate what you'll be doing on the exam. The time limit, and that will allow you to pace yourself. Then the last point is actually one of the most important. Once testing has begun, we actually cannot accept late students. So that's why we emphasize 1 hour before the actual exam starts for you to be there. This is just a sample exam day arrival. If you have an 8 a.m. exam, please eat breakfast or lunch prior to it. Arrive at 7. Then at 7:30, you'll be allowed to enter the room and sit at your pre-assigned seat. Your seat is going to be in your email and also when you sign in. When you sign in to enter the testing room, you have to actually do a wet signature, and it will have your seat number reiterated there as well. By 7:45 a.m., we're going to review the instructions, and at 8 a.m., you'll start. For a 12 p.m. exam, it's a similar format. Please arrive at 11. 11:30 you'll enter, 11:45 we'll review instructions, and 12 p.m. you'll start. You'll also sign in just like the 8 a.m. exam. If you eat breakfast and lunch at school, we arrange so that breakfast will be available at 7 a.m. Lunch, if you have a 12 p.m. exam, will be available at 11:15. So that's why if you arrive a little bit earlier, it says arrive at Cypress, but you should be in class and then go to your exam. So you're arriving at your testing location. This is a slide that summarizes what to bring and what not to bring. So you will need a school ID or some form of identification, but you will have to have your school ID. So if you don't have one now, please take care of it at the ASB activities window. You will need a fully charged Chromebook if you have one. If not, you'll grab one from the spare, but it's only reserved for those who do not have one checked out to them. I would bring a number 2 pencil and eraser, black or blue ink pen. If you're taking AP Calc A or B, an approved calculator, you cannot wear smartwatches like Apple Watches, even a Garmin watch. All of those you can't wear. You have to, if you are going to wear a watch, bring a traditional analog watch that's not smart. I would bring snacks or water for breaks. You can leave it below your feet when you test. You are not allowed to bring phones, smartwatches, earbuds, AirPods. All of those are not allowed, so no technology. No books, notes, scratch paper, and also limit bags. This is really important. Please try not to bring any bags. That'd be the best. Highlighters, mechanical pencils, whiteout, or pencil pouches are not allowed. So if you're bringing a pen, blue or black, or a number 2 pencil, it has to just be the writing utensil itself. You can't bring it in a pouch. No Starbucks, no drinks except for a clear water bottle or a water bottle, but you can't bring anything but that. Some good tips, get a good night's sleep, set multiple alarms, eat a good meal beforehand, stay calm and focused. You prepared a long time in your classes for this, so trust your preparation. Test Blue Book for digital exams and digital auto capture if you're taking AP Spanish. Know the exam and format. That will help you anticipate your questions. Don't play games the night before. Don't cram a year of prep into a night. It's not worth it. You prepared a long time for this. Trust your preparation. No texting until 3 a.m. about GC school drama. This is not the night to do it. Save that for another night when you don't have AP exams the next morning. So after you finish the exam, this is the last slide. You must remain in the room until you finish. So if you finish early, you have to stay there. If you have a morning exam, you are required to go to your classes. This is the same for exams that ends after 3 p.m. or before 3 p.m. You have to go to your class. You can't leave school after that. You are technically a student on campus. So you have to remain there and go to class. You also cannot talk outside the media center. We have a lot of concurrent testing. So we want you to go to class and then celebrate. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. My email is listed here, or you could just find me. And if you are not taking Spanish, that is the end of this video. If you are taking Spanish, you have a couple more slides. For Spanish language and culture, you have to familiarize yourself, and your Spanish teacher will help you with this as well, with the digital audio capture. So where you click on Blue Book, you are actually going to have the DAC app. On here, you can actually practice with it. So the activation key, practice all caps. Afterwards, enter this fake AP ID and exam number, and then you're going to practice the audio capture and speaking into it here. So that will allow you to test it beforehand, okay? So that's all that I have. If you have any questions, feel free to find me. Good luck. You got this. And please look in your emails for the seat number, location, and all those logistics.